All right, if you just joined us, it's still Journalist Hangout. I still have BKO right here with us and GKB. So straight to our next conversation. Technically, the race for the 2027 general election is on and getting intense. With the signing of the 2026 Electoral Act and release of a revised timetable for the 2027 general elections, political parties are under pressure to meet strict deadlines set by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Many political parties have begun adjusting their internal processes to comply with the new requirements. While some parties say they are ready for the polls, others are grappling with funding challenges, internal disputes, and administrative adjustments required by the new electoral framework. All right, gentlemen, before we go into this story, we just heard this news, breaking news that Governor Dauda Lawal has formally dumped the PDP and has joined the APC. You saw this coming, right?
Yes. Yes, they said it. And the governor knows that that's the best thing for him to do. The PDP, as it is now, may not be able to field candidates in the oncoming elections because of the terrible error of judgment on the part of its leaders, including the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde.
Okay.
Good decision making can make the difference between even life and death.
That's true.
So they dropped the ball. They tried to be arrogant, but at the end of the day, you can see what has happened. But let's not go deep into that. We knew that Dauda Lawal would join. There had been negotiations with him, and it effectively turns Zamfara to a one-party state. That's what it turns Zamfara to, because there is no presence of ADC in that place. So with this now, they have 31 governors. APC has 31 governors. Now, they have to make that count, because the number of governors you have does not necessarily translate to a route in the elections, but it does contribute to winning the election, no doubt about it. Whoever says governors don't have value does not realize the impact that resources make on our elections. And these are the people who have the resources. So it will have been tough for him to go against
the trend,
the APC leadership in the state. People like Abdulaziz Yari.
Yes.
People like Ahmed Sane Yerima. People like Sada Soli. And many others who are very active in the politics of that state. Because APC is by far the stronger party. When you can't even Matawa little.
Yeah, because I was thinking the minister.
Yes. His name didn't come to me. But for now, we just wish him good luck in this new party.
I mean, just in 10 seconds, what do you think?
Well, this was the worst kept secret in Nigeria.
Oh, the worst kept secret.
Everybody, even the blind can see
that
Dauda Lawal is going to move. The body language was very obvious. It's like the Adamawa man when he was going through the same process. Now we are rounding up governance.
Yes.
And moving into politics. And this is where everybody will have to answer.
Absolutely.
Is our father's name.
Talking about rounding off governance and moving into politics, now the parties are scrambling. But BK, why are they scrambling? And what happens if the parties miss the deadline?
How they know what it means? The law is clear. The stipulations have changed in some ways. Right now, parties must get their e-registration of party members right. And you must upload your NIN. In the past, people were brought in from Niger Republic and other places to vote in Nigeria. So right now, INEC would demand for your e-register. Okay. You must keep the portal active so that it can be accessed by INEC and other people. If I want to know
registered members,
ADC's registered members in Kebbi State, and I move from Kebbi, I say, okay, let me go to Sokoto in Tureta local government. Who are the registered members of the party? I should be able to have that information. So that e-registration is very important. PDP, APC, they've done, Charlie APC, they've done their e-registration. Now, don't also forget, you must give INEC 21 days notice that you want to have your, what's it called, your convention. So effectively, parties must sort out their e-registration. Parties must keep their portal active, open. All of this they must do before May 30. So the period that they have to work is between now
6 weeks
and May 30. Because after May 30, you cannot choose your leaders anymore. Now, the party that has the biggest problem is the ADC. Because across the country, all of its ESCO members are interim.
Okay.
So you must do what the APC has done. Now, APC has had their world congresses. If elected leaders at that level, they must have a local government, they must have states. Then they are going to have their convention on May 28th, my birthday. That's when they are going to have their convention. The question is the ADC prepared for that now? Can they do all of this within the time that they have? Now, you also have the problem of the PDP. By the time their issue, the leadership matter is resolved, would they have the time to do all of these things? Because they can't do it now, because the current leadership is being challenged. So will they be able to complete the process before May 30? And even it's not even May 30 technically, because you must have notice to INEC 21 days. So
that's
that means
May 2nd.
How do you do all of that? How do you do all of that within the time that is available? So to me, they have between now and April 30 to register their members and prepare an electronic register that INEC will be able to verify and assess. So that time frame is tough, especially for the ADC, because they have interim leadership across the board, whereas they must supplant the interim leadership with the elected people. So the options they have now is probably to combine. They can combine congresses, for example. Maybe you combine
Ward
and local government. How do you do that?
Because I'm trying to look at the possibility.
That in itself is tough.
Exactly.
Now,
They can do it in 2 days.
Can you do state and then the primaries, the governorship primaries, because there are different things. The state congress and governorship primary. Can you do the two the same day?
Back to back.
No, it's not possible. What do you think?
No, because that is the option that they have. If they don't find a way to do it in a creative manner like this, I doubt if they can meet the deadline.
So it's going to be tough. But again, the Electoral Act allow placeholders.
Yes.
I think until end of August. So what they can do is try very hard to rush all this through, and then, like the APC did in 2023, solve all the internal problems, and then bring out the new candidates by the end of August.
Okay.
But that they will not have candidates by May 30, that they are not contesting in next year's election. So that's the danger. If they insist on doing everything at once, they are going to run into a cul-de-sac.
Okay.
So their best bet, like Gideon said, is basically be creative. Maybe do word in the morning and do local government in the evening.
That would be so.
Across Nigeria.
I think it's impossible.
So you think this rush could lead to some poorly conducted?
No, not the conduct. The ability to work with.
What can hasten things is consensus. Consensus can help.
Okay, consensus.
Affirmation.
Okay.
So
it can help you to save time.
All right then.
But it may come with its own problems.
Absolutely.
Litigation and all that.
Exactly. We need to go on this quick break, and when we